if I can. I've never gone live straight from my phone. I am not sure how I see it. Oh, I should have tested this before. I don't know how I see if there are any chats. Where do I see the chats? Okay. If you are in the chat, say hello. Oh, there is somebody. Munchy, I think it's Munchy. It is so bright out here. Look where I am, on a river. On a river. Yes, I have been away. My son was really ill, and then he was in hospital, and then yeah, I was just exhausted. I needed some break, and my husband brought me away for a few days. This was a pre-planned break to celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary. So yeah, I'm sorry I've been out of action. It's very bright out here, so I can't read your chats. I might have to take us inside, which is a pity because it's so beautiful out here. Hello, hi Doodoo. Hello. Yes, it is lovely out here. Yeah, I know it's not the usual day and the usual time. I've been so exhausted. Show you the beautiful view. I have been so exhausted. Anyway, my son is out of hospital. It was a something to do with his kidneys. He was in hospital for a while, and my work was very crazy and life was crazy. Good news is that my mother-in-law is better than she was after her stroke. You know, I know that was in December, but her speech seems to be much better. So she's been accepted to do some speech therapy that you can only do. It's a group therapy, and they're going to send a support worker to the house to take her to the speech therapy, and then she'll be there for a couple of hours. This is once a week, starting in the middle of June, I believe. And then after the group speech therapy, they will put her in a taxi to come home. So, how are you all? Oh, thank you for saying happy anniversary. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tough time. My husband wants to take me out for a picnic later on, but I'm resistant to we go home tomorrow morning, so I'd really like to just spend the day here, maybe a glass of wine or two, some cheese. Oh, how are you all? I've missed you so much. I will do some videos later today that I will put up. Are there any topics that you want me to read on? Have you all been following the disappearance of Lily and Jack Sullivan, the two children from Nova Scotia? I'm going to read on that. I think I'll read on the anniversary of Harry and Meghan. I just keep getting the title, The 7-Year Bitch. I don't know why. So I'll have to read on that. I'll also get in maybe to read on, is King Charles sicker than we think he is. If you've got any topics, let me know. Also, if you've got any questions, any questions now for me to read for you. Yeah, oh, and the good news from my work, I've been working so hard, and I had a performance review, and I just said to my boss, look, I've got clients that have paid us money into our trust account, which as lawyers we get money paid into trust, and then we do the job, and then we can take the money out of trust and pay ourselves. I said to him, I've got all this money into trust, but basically clients have said go ahead, but I can't get the work done because it's a sort of a logjam. I need more help. So he authorized for me to get an assistant, which was great. And then I had the performance review. I said, I've got this assistant who's starting in a couple of weeks, but I really need somebody who can clear some of the backlog, somebody with a bit of intellectual property knowledge and experience. And he said, oh, what about that trademark attorney we interviewed a couple of weeks ago? I said to him, well, I asked if I could get the assistant and the trademark attorney, and you said, well, no, my thought process was, I asked if I could get both, and he said I could only get one, so I went for the admin assistant, because the trademark attorney is only going to be in Australia till the end of the year. So in the performance review, he says to me, oh, why don't we get in that trademark attorney who's available part-time? So anyway, she started a few days ago, and she's fantastic. Life force energy. We all have to look after our life force energy. We have to pace ourselves. I really am struggling to read this. Question. My stepdaughter and... Okay, I'm going to go and get my other glasses. Enjoy the view. Chat amongst yourselves. Maybe the other glasses will help me read your chat a bit better. I'll be back. Right. If I can't read your chat with these new glasses, I will have to take it inside where it's less glary. Thank you very much for that super chat. Any messages from my dad? Gail passed away 3/22. Okay, I'm going to take you all inside because this is not fair to you that I can't read you properly. And then anybody who I've gone past, I will go back in the chat and read. I'm just packing up my cards. I'll take you inside. Oh, it's so beautiful out here, but it's too much glare. I can't read the cards. Of cards that I brought with me. I'll take you inside where there's less glare and I'll be able to read the chat much better. Okay. Now, excuse me if there's any mess in here. Okay, this is where we're staying. That's our view. And I think I'll sit up here. Oh, that's better. I can see the chat now. Okay. So, any messages from my dad Gail past 3:28:08? Let's see, Gail. Now, if you've asked a question and I've gone past you, I will go back. Oh, I was sitting on the floor, but that's killing my knees, so I will grab a chair. Thank you for your generous super chat. Anybody else who's done super chats, thank you. I have not seen them yet. Okay. Let me see. Gail. Now I will go back in the chat. This is the first time I've done a live with just my phone. So it's a little less organized. Normally I have my computer open as well. Gail. Focus. Okay, Dad, Gail. Focus on what? Focus on magic. Good things, opportunities. Tell us more, Gail. Tell us more. Freedom. Okay. What else? Whoa! Transmutation, transforming this life into something even more positive. Growth. Wow. Thank you everybody who's here. Thank you very much for the super chats. I don't have my laptop, so I can't really see who's sending what, but well, doing a message from Gail, Dad Gail. Transcending, isn't that interesting? Transcending and transmutation. Is this about changing for the better, transforming, more than transforming, turning difficult times into something amazing? Courage. Have courage. Trust. And I'm getting that trust is to trust in your strength, in your own strength, in your own abilities. And the difficult times that you are experience will lead to growth. You have the power. And look at that transformation. Wow. So I'm not sure what it is, but the transcending, transformation, and transmutation are very similar energies. Taking a difficulty and turning it into something amazing. It's like in the old day, taking tin and turning it into gold. That was the transmutation. So I'm not sure if that has a special meaning for you, or if you understand what that means. I believe that there's some kind of deeper meaning behind that I'm not privy to, that I'm not meant to understand, but that it is a special meaning for you. So let me know if that resonates with you. Karen Kultos, how are you? Thank you very much for your lovely, kind super chat. I really appreciate you. I'm just seeing if I can use my laptop. I should have organised this before I started. I wasn't sure if anybody would hop on, so let me see if I can connect my laptop, then I'll be able to see you all a bit better. So, I'm in an unusual place, so I've got to see if I can connect to their internet. In the meantime, are there any questions or issues that you would like me to read on? I'm going to be doing some readings for the week. Let me know if there are any questions that you'd like me to read on during the week. Let me see. Oh, and what do you think of this new name for the channel? I see I have lost some subscribers. I don't know if that's because I've been offline or because people don't like the new name. I'm not sure. Okay, my channel. Sorry, I'm nearly at the place. Yeah, so if you are listening and you're not subscribed, please can you subscribe, because I'm at 3,599. So if I get one more subscriber, I'll be 3,600. That would be great. I'm just trying to find where I can find your chats. Oh, here we go. Oh, Theldy's here. Hello, thank you. Alrighty, I've got my laptop up. So, hello everybody. Karen says, is my son doing any better? Yes, thank you very much, Karen. He is. He's out of hospital. It was a kidney, some kind of a kidney thing. Anyway, he is much better, but for a while there, it was really scary. Yeah, they weren't sure what was wrong with him. He was in agony, and yeah, but thankfully he's much better. He's out of hospital. He's back home, and he was well enough for my husband and I to come away on our planned wedding anniversary trip, which was yeah, celebrating our 25 years. Doodoo bird, how are you? Brendan, hello. Brandon, what does Spirit want me to know for the month of June? Brandon and the month of June. Thank you everybody for being so generous in the super chats. I really appreciate you. Oh, I see. It's rotated. Orientation, rotate the device back. That's weird. Let me see if I can rotate. I don't know if it will rotate back. weird. Okay. Sorry. Okay, Brandon. Ooh, for the month of June, breakthrough. That's nice. Breakthrough from the chaos. Be patient. Even when life feels like it's chaos, be patient. Breakthrough's coming. Trust in your own strength, in your own power, and trust that you can transcend your circumstances. Wow. Nice message for Brandon. I wish I could get this rotated. Here's all the cards that I brought with me. Okay, another message for Brandon for the month of June. Gratitude. Be grateful for what you have and use the difficulties to energize you. And look at that, transcending. You're easily able to overcome whatever comes your way. Amazing. There you go. PK, happy anniversary. Oh, thank you so much. Dude, happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Sending healing prayers and energy to our family. Thank you, Dudu. It's so great to see you back. Haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, my son was very ill for a while. He was in hospital. They didn't know what was wrong with him. That was terrifying. But yeah, he's home. He's well. He's looking after, well, both my sons are looking after the two grandmothers, my mother and my mother-in-law. My youngest, who moved out, then moved back in, then moved out to live with a friend, has now moved back in. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Of course, I'm not there at the moment, so yeah, my husband brought me away for a pre-planned trip. Karen Kiltus. Will my stepdaughter find a job and apartment soon? She is struggling in a new state far away. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Karen Kiltus. I'm sorry for the orientation of the phone. I've tried to change it. Rotate the device. It's not rotating. I don't know. Anyway, Karen Kultus. Will she find a job and apartment soon? She's struggling in a new state, far away. Yeah. I'm just wondering how come she's moved so far away without having a job and place to stay lined up. You never know with young people. Sanctuary. That's very positive. Refuge. This is looking like eventually this will be the right move. It's looking very hopeful for a place to stay, but also here I'm getting some kind of friends, some kind of maybe organization that steps in to help. Patience. Oof. So I don't know how quickly that's gonna happen. Protection. Yeah, I'm getting very much. There'll be others around her that help her. I don't know if this is like a church organization or a support group of some kind or just some kind of an organization. Um, she'll learn from the experience. She'll grow. Um, let's see. She may need to be flexible. She might not. She can't be too fussy about it. But there's the breakthrough. The breakthrough will be coming. 5, coming soon. Expansion, interesting, growth and expansion. She may need to look a little bit outside of the square, outside of the box. She might need to, make connections where she ordinarily wouldn't have made connections, and I'm not sure what that means. If it's some kind of a youth group, or if she's got some, like if she's into hiking, then it might be a hiking club or something, some kind of a group. Might be a church group, it might be a craft group, it might be some meetup group, something. There's the patience card again. I'm just getting very much, it's coming, but maybe not in the way that she would have expected. Let me see. Generally, one last general message for Karen Kulta's stepdaughter. Chariot. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. So I'm getting that she's on the right track. She's on the right track. It's been the right move for her. And the focus card. She just needs to try all avenues, is what I'm getting. Try all avenues. But these are very positive cards, Karen. So, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. And especially this refuge and sanctuary and protection. I'm getting very much a community kind of feel, whether that's a gated community, whether that's a shared house, whatever that is. It's something very positive and very communal, very loving. Doodoo bird, how are you, my lovely? How should I handle a friend that has hurt me? Oh, Doodoo, I'm sorry to hear about that. Sorry to hear about that. I need to get these other cards. Sorry to hear that you have been hurt. And this is the cards that I'm pulling for you, the Goddess Love. There's actually 2 decks that I have commingled. Love your body. This is very much my card for look after yourself. Step 1, look after yourself. Make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure that you're nurturing yourself. And this one was somehow it had got left into stuck into this deck. So I'll pull it out. Reclaim, preserve, govern, remember. So this is the same as this, echoing this energy. Reclaim your energy, reclaim your remember that you are the queen. Look after yourself. Yeah, very much. I'm getting very much. Before you do anything with your friend, look after yourself. Remember. Wisdom. And this is very much a comfort yourself. Maybe turn to other friends. Self-exploration. I'm getting a lot of self. Be kind to yourself. Let's see what else. Ah! hope. And this is again very much a caring, looking after, companionship. Out of darkness comes light. And so rest. Again, looking after yourself. Shelter. You are cherished. Look after yourself. So I'm getting very much this is, maybe turning to other friends, turning to other female energy that you have in your life. Just really, really nurturing yourself. That's step one. Shelter from the storm. Remember that you are loved. You need some time to recover, some time to heal. And look at that. Then it might be time to set boundaries with this person who has hurt you. What else? What else for Karen? For Doodoo Bird, sorry. For Doodoo Bird. What else for Doodoo Bird? What else for Doodoo Bird? The truth will set you free. Was it something that she did inadvertently? Was it something deliberate? And look, in a friendship, we always go through these seasons where sometimes we do a thing that upsets somebody or hurts somebody, but we didn't really mean to do it. How long have you had this friendship? How important is the friendship to you? It's really important. And I know I came across a situation a few months ago where I had done something completely inadvertently. I totally didn't mean to upset anybody, and my friend became very upset and hurt by what I'd done. And I apologized and I apologized and I apologized. So now this Doodoo is looking at it from your friend's situation, not from your situation. I'm not saying this is what happened, but this could be what happened. And I apologized and I made it right and I did whatever I could. And she just became more and more demanding. And at the end of the day, she refused to believe that I had no ill intention. She kept saying that I had done something deliberately to hurt her and that I made it worse, and it was not the case at all. And in the end, I had to really cut ties with her because she thought I'd done something deliberately to her. I absolutely had not. Yes, I did a thing that she took a slight at, and I don't think most people would have been offended by, but she was offended by, and I accepted that what I did make her upset. I accepted that, but she couldn't accept my pure intentions. And so the truth is, you need to look and see in your heart whether you think the friendship's over or not, whether you think this person did something on purpose, whether it's something that you can live with or that you can come back from. But there is magic in friendships. And what I realized about my friendship was that if my friend was going to continue to assume that I did this bad thing, or it wasn't actually a bad thing, it was a minor thing that she blew out of all proportion. But if she thought that I had ill intent towards her, if she thought that I would ever, on purpose, do something to hurt or upset somebody, then I could no longer be friends with her. And so that's where my boundary came in. And you might have to go through a creative way of determining whether or not your friendship can be healed. And it can be. Most friendships can be healed. But that's why you need to look, like those cards initially, you need to look at yourself first to see whether you can heal, purify yourself, see whether you can come back to the friendship with a pure heart, and then vitality. It can regrow. It can regrow, but it depends on your pure heart and their pure heart. And this is the first time I've noticed this in this card. That guy, he's got a mask and he's taken the mask off. So what was the underlying beneath what happened? Was the person intentionally harmful to you? Did she intentionally do something to upset you? And if so, does that unmask their true nature? And if their true nature is deceptive, then you can get on without her. So, wisdom. Tap into your own inner wisdom. Acceptance. So you can accept your friends with their faults, but only if it's something that is going to enhance your life. And there's the magic card again. There's the magic card again. Wisdom, knowledge and wisdom. So unfortunately the cards are not giving me a yes or no answer. What the cards are giving me is, can you still have fun with that friend? Does that friend, is there ability for them to still bring joy into your life? And it is a time of soul searching. It's a time to see how you are, and whether you can trust yourself and whether you can trust this friend moving forward. So it's, if the friend has done something deliberately and there's no other explanation, then yeah, then you may have to accept that the friendship is over. Or you may have to accept that the friend did something inadvertently. They didn't mean to be so hurtful. If that is not something that you can accept, then it is better to walk away. So either way, I'm really, really sorry that you got hurt. That's sad. That's sad, because I know what a lovely person you are. So it's really about soul searching for yourself a lot, and then deciding what works for you. Yeah, and sometimes you do need to have it out with them. You do need to discuss it with them. You do need to say, hey, you know, what you did really hurt me. And if that ruins the friendship, too bad. Gillian says, looks like a lovely place wherever it is. It is in Noosaville in Queensland, Australia. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Sally, hello. Sally, just being here with you and your subscribers is good enough. Technical difficulties are no problem. Oh, thanks, Sally. Thank you. You're so sweet. Let's pull a card for Theldy. Stability. You help keep us on track. Protection. Oh, your kindness always helps. Just, oh, sanctuary. Yeah. You're part of the sanctuary of this community, Theldy. Thank you so much for everything that you do. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. And look what's coming for you. Prosperity. Theldy, prosperity. That's financial prosperity, but also love, friendship, kindness. Yeah, sorry if I jumped ahead and then went backwards, you guys. Only when you off, encourage your subscribers to watch your video, rewatch your videos and comment. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Doo-doo, I've been getting my yard plants done. Summer is a busy time. When my body allows me to work, I just go for it. Fair enough, fair enough. Alison, good morning. Hello, hello. It's morning here in Queensland, Australia. Not sure what the time is. I've got no idea what the time is. Why do you all call Theldy Iddle? It's confusing me. TC asks, have things settled down for me? Yes, thank you, TC. Thank you for the question. My son is better. He's out of hospital. He's better to the extent that my husband's brought me away for our pre-planned anniversary trip. And work has been absolutely insane, but my manager approved for me to get an admin assistant, and then also an assistant trademark attorney. It just worked out. She's in Australia until the end of the year. She's a trademark attorney from a different country, and so she doesn't know Australian law, but she knows trademark law. So she's going to be able to help me get my work up to date much quicker than somebody who doesn't know anything about IP. Anyway, so that's great. Hey, sorry for everybody who's got sore lower backs. Oof. Alison, the guarantee ran out of my body. TC, I didn't have an opportunity to fix it. I don't know what I would do if that person stood in front of me. I never would trust that person again. If somebody has hurt you that badly, TC, that you would never trust them again, then you know what? The best thing for you is to move on. Move on. And sometimes we have to release that energy for our own benefit. And so just basically have that conversation, even in our minds with them or out loud with them, and say, you know what you did sucked, you hurt me, I don't deserve that, and I'm moving on. And that will bring you rest and peace, TC. And even if you write them a letter and then you burn it or you crumple it up and throw it in the bin, yeah, it helps to prepare you for the rest of your life so that you're not tied to that negative energy. And you're right, sometimes when the trust is broken, the trust is broken. But the most important thing is to not tie yourself to that energy. You just go, you know what you did sucked, I would never trust you again, but you know what, for my own peace, I'm leaving you in my past. I'm leaving that energy in my past. I would never have let you back in, but I'm leaving you in my past. Duru says, I trust the person, she just hurt me that day. More embarrassing. Well, I think, Dudubird, it's really important to communicate with that person, because sometimes people don't even know. Because if you communicate with them, that gives them an opportunity to reflect on what they did, and to understand that what they did hurt you and that wasn't okay. Like in my situation where I hurt my friend totally inadvertently, I didn't mean to do it, it was completely not intended, and I don't think anybody else would have taken it as something hurtful, but my friend obviously did. The fact that she let me know gave me the opportunity to reflect on it and to apologize. Unfortunately, she made such a drama of it. She kept saying that I did it deliberately, and she kept being really mean and spiteful about it. And I just said to her, listen, if you cannot accept that what I did, although I agree it hurt you, I understand it hurt you, and I'm sorry it hurt you, but if you cannot accept that it was unintentional, then I can no longer be in your energy. And she just, honestly, she made my life a living hell. She would email me 10, 12, 20 emails a day telling me how horrible I was and how mean I was and how I deliberately hurt her and I deliberately did this and I deliberately did that, and it was just, it was so toxic. Yeah. In the end, I just said to her, listen, I know my conscience is clear. I accept that what I did hurt you. I need you to accept that I would never, ever have done that on purpose. Had I known, it would have upset you. But she refused. So in the end, I just had to say to her, listen, I'm not the person that you're saying that I am. And yeah. There's obviously something in her history, the person who was my friend, there's obviously something in her history that made her overreact, and she couldn't let it go. Alison, midnight. Oh, good night. Lovely to see you. H. Gloriane, thank you. Kind of a silly question, probably, but if and when will I get the action figure I've been trying to use the law of attraction on lately? Oh no, that's not a silly question. If it's something that's important to you, it's not silly. What I find more useful than the general law of attraction is wouldn't be amazing. So that's, saying I've got the action figure, I've got the action figure. To me, it creates a cognitive dissonance. Your brain knows you don't have it. So saying you have it, just for me, my energy would be, okay, why are you lying to me? Okay, so that didn't work for me. For me, what works much better is, wouldn't it be amazing if I got that action figure? And you can even tell the tone changes. And so this is my recommendation. At night before you go to bed, in morning before you get out of bed, go, wouldn't it be amazing if I got that action figure today? I'm just living in anticipation. I'm so excited. And you've got that sort of expectation, illumination. And that might reveal to you a way of getting it that you hadn't thought of, or might open doors that might otherwise not have been open. It might help you progress. And it's not just to do with the action figure, it's any area in your life. And I'm telling you, when I used this technique with getting a job, I was looking for a job for 3 years, and I went for so many interviews, and I was always like the last two, and then the other person would get it. And I did all the law of attraction, the visualizing, the blah, blah, blah. And then one day I just decided, no, I can't live like this anymore. I'm going to be in the, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if today was the day that I got the best job in the world, a job that I couldn't, it's so amazing that I couldn't even conceive of it. So for me, wouldn't it be amazing? As for timing, I'm not good with timing. I'm not good with timing in the cards. I don't know, but look there's a joy card. It says 17th of what? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's, for me, I found that's the best way to open up. Thank you for asking your question. Not a stupid question at all. Not a silly question. Gloriane Hunter. Lovely to have you here. 12:14 a.m. in London. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to get up earlier and do these lives for my UK peeps. The name is Iddy. Did you love it when I call you Feldy? I adopted it as a nickname. Okay. Doo-doo. Good to see everybody. Night-night, doo-doo. Feldy. I still don't understand how that Feldy becomes Iddy. Anyway. There we go. Must be a cultural thing. Munchie. Bye-bye. Gloriane. Feldy's talking about my experience with my former friend. That is awful. Something really set the lady off. She knows you and knows your actions match your words. You apologize and express regret. It's now her problem, not yours. Yikes. Yeah, Feldy, and I lived with it for about 3 months. I really tried to fix it, but she was angry. She was angry, and yeah. And I was sad. I mean, my heart broke for her. I could see she was upset, but yeah, I could no longer make her problem my problem. And I know that sounds callous, but she was bringing my energy down, and I need to be there for my family, and I couldn't be there when I was in that energy. So accomplishment. Yep, I had to move on. H. Gloriane, thank you. Oh, my pleasure. Time to continue 15 years worth of spring cleaning and walk in the pup. Good night. I will definitely Try that. Yes. Oh, when you go walking, walking is a good time to bring in the energy of hope, joy, expectation, expecting miracles. That's a good time to go, oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing? Okay, anybody else got any questions? I might do a collective. Let me show you the view again. Oh, there's the view. Noosaville, which is near Noosa in Queensland, Australia. Oh, we've got to go home tomorrow. I wouldn't mind staying. I really wouldn't mind staying. Okay. Any topics that you all want me to read on the royals and all of that for not for the live, but just for the week. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be offline for so long. We came away and I slept for 2 days solid. Insight. All right, cards. What do we need to have insight about? Welcome. I think this is welcoming. This is welcoming the miracles. This is welcoming the energy that. Let me see what the book says. I think that's what that energy of. Wouldn't it be amazing? It's the welcoming energy. 23. Let me. That's weird. Look here, 23, it says life force energy. 23, welcome. That's bizarre. UVW. Where's welcome? That is so weird. I can't see it here. That's weird. It's not here. The welcome is down to V, U, V, W. And that's card number 23. How bizarre. Now let's see, life force energy. I'm looking in the wrong. I'm looking in the wrong book. There's no accidents in card reading. So maybe this welcome energy is the energy that gives you the life force energy. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Now that I have the right book. I blossom and welcome all that is mine. I blossom and welcome all that is mine. Rise like the sun, welcome new visitors and new ways. Wow. Yeah, so that energy of saying, what was it? Wouldn't it be amazing? That's a way to welcome that energy into your life. The energy of whatever it is that you want in your life. So that's, and have peace, and have peace about it. And so for me, it was Wouldn't it be amazing if I had a new job that was beyond all imagination, just absolutely incredible? But then not fret about it, not let it bring you down when you don't have it yet. And then when my job became very difficult and very, there was just so much to do, such a volume of work. Then I used this welcome energy of, wouldn't it be amazing if I could get some help? Wouldn't it be amazing if I had an admin assistant who could take all this admin off me? But also, wouldn't it be amazing if I had somebody with IP knowledge that could help me with IP stuff? And that just helps open the way for new beginnings. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? What is Umo? What is Umo? Somebody tell us, what is Umo? 2025 is the year of weird Umo. TC, what is Umo? We need to know. Rebecca, you are fine. Good. Yes. Oh, in my opinion. Thank you, Theldy. Thank you. In my opinion, Umo. In my opinion. Refuge. Courage. Yes, time to take refuge and courage in a time of uncertainty. And sometimes having a bit of knowledge is the thing that helps us. But the thing that, for me, energetically, that really helped me was just to open myself up and say, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing? And look at that, manifesting dreams. That is the way to manifest your dreams and to transcend your current circumstance by freeing up the energy. So confirmation from the cards. Confirmation from the cards. My, confirmation from the cards. Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if my husband got up today and said, you know what? I don't want to go for a picnic. Let's just stay here. Let's just stay here in this beautiful place. Sit on the veranda and drink a glass of wine and watch the peaceful river, because that's what I want to do. Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing? It opens up flow of energy, I think. Also, thank you everybody who has gone onto my legal channel and watched some of my videos there. I haven't been there for a little while. If you search one word at Legal Lioness, or one word, you'll find my legal channel. Okay, let me see. Are there any other questions? Can you let me know if happiness and wealth, Rebecca Cole, absolutely. If there are any other questions, let me know. My husband is fast asleep. I am in this beautiful place called Noosaville in Queensland, Australia. There is nobody else here with us. Oh, Thelly, love your legal channel. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. I got really exhausted, and my son got so sick, and I stopped in my tracks. I want to do another video in the legal channel on Laurie Vallow Daybell. She's appealed her conviction, her latest conviction. She's also tried to get the judge thrown off her next case. I also want to do the two children who are missing from Nova Scotia. you might know already that when I was 6 years old, my best friend's brother disappeared, and yeah, he was never found. So missing children's cases is something that's very close to my heart. So I will read on them on this channel as well, but I'll do that on the legal channel as well. Rebecca, trust yourself, and look at that, the little crystals, the gold, the prosperity. Joy. You asked about happiness, joy. There is definitely joy in your future, and look at that, the card of happiness. Absolutely, joy and happiness are yours. They are your birthright. They are your, you are meant to be filled with joy and happiness. You are not meant to be unhappy. You're not meant to be alone. You're not meant to be lonely. You're not meant to be struggling. Key. Look at that. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. So is there something in the past that's holding you back? Can you move forward? And look at that. Celebrations. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. So please try that. Wouldn't it be amazing? Try that. Wouldn't it be amazing? And let us know how you go with that. I just find it really helps open up. And look at that. You are free to choose the life that you want to choose. Freedom. Freedom. Think about the ways that you can improve your life. Think about the ways that you can seek financial freedom, that you can seek this joy and happiness. And sometimes joy and happiness comes first. Look at that, contentment into old age. But what do you need to do? You need to take action. If you want to change your circumstances, it's important to take action, because life works in cycles. Life works in cycles. It's no good if we want to manifest something that we just sit at home and go, oh, I hope that comes to me, or wouldn't it be amazing if I got a new job, and then we never went out and applied for a new job. When I did this, wouldn't it be amazing, I also decided and committed to dedicating 1 hour every day to looking for a new job. I've been looking for a job for 3 years and been for many interviews. But when I started with this, wouldn't it be amazing, I decided 1 hour every day I was going to work on getting a new job. Whether that was updating my CV, whether that was applying for a new job, whether it was going for an interview, whether it was looking in unusual places for jobs, whether it was looking at videos and seeing how better to perform in an interview, whatever it was, every single day, my commitment to the universe was I would spend 1 hour a day. And that was just what worked for me. And the truth is, although I'd been looking for a job for 3 years, I never put as much work into it and as much action into it as I did once I committed. So it's important to open up the energy, but it's also important to take action and open yourself to joy, open yourself to opportunities. Look at that, focus. I was very focused on looking for a job, and I was very grateful for all of the opportunities that came my way. Every time I had an interview that didn't work, I was grateful because I'd learned something, and I would go back to them and I'd say to them, can you please let me know why I didn't get that job? What could I have done better that would have put me over the edge? So I was grateful for all the learning opportunities, and be open to the flow. Synergy is when things fall into place, but they don't just fall into place. You need to take action. We all need to take action, and we can renew our energy. But sometimes we have to reflect on what we've done in the past, why things weren't working. But always remember, there's always hope. There's always hope of improving your lot in life. So that's amazing. Definitely, Rebecca. Happiness and wealth are your right. Sally, I was watching a court argument that boiled down to whether the interpretation of the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law should prevail. Maybe you could talk about that. Interesting. Okay, Thaldi. Yeah. In most jurisdictions, it's tough because the courts are not supposed to go beyond what the law actually says. But on the other hand, the whole point is to meet what the law intended. And there are often arguments where you can go back and you can see when the law was enacted, what Parliament, they have these debates in Parliament, and these are all records are kept of this. And I know of cases where they've gone back into the parliamentary debates where the intention of the law is set out. And if the wording of the law doesn't quite match up, most jurisdictions will go with the intention behind the law. But it is difficult for them to go beyond the actual letter of the law. So yeah, I see what you're saying. I will do a legal talk on that. All right, my lovelies, it is time for me to enjoy my view. Thank you all for being here. Thank you very much for the super chats. You are all wonderful. Yeah, I've got myself a really nice new stand for my phone. If any of you have a channel, let me know, because I like to promote you on here. But I'll show you this. This amazing stand that I've got for my phone. So this opens up, and you put the phone in there. There's a light here. That part lights up. There you go. See, there's a light. Anyway, and so you can lift this. It kind of telescopes up. And that's the light that you can shine. And it's got its own, it's quite a heavy base. And then when you pack it up like this. There are a couple of different versions of this. So this is the one that I like the best. So before I had this, it was very difficult for me to travel and do a top-down video. And then it folds up like this. And that's when you travel, that's what it looks like. It's pretty heavy, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, let me just see if we're down to the bottom. Rebecca, thank you. Spot on. Given me inspiration. I was going to put happiness and joy. Got a big smile. Alrighty, thank you everybody. Thank you for being here. There's a boat. Man, it's beautiful here. Wish I could stay here forever, but we have to go home tomorrow and then back to work on Wednesday. Take care. Thank you all for being here. Love you lots. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Now I just need to figure out how to end this. Okay. May the angels walk with you now and all.